I have to set it up if it's not there. Because as a health practitioner, you need to make sure that you're mental stable, or you're capable of dealing with your own feelings, dealing with your own issues before helping one another. And one of the things or key things that help a professional, especially in setting like mine, is debriefing, because you tend to share your experience about certain situation, and you get the same help from other professional in the same cadre. For example, debriefing is where after a week or 2 weeks, we meet together, people who have faced the same challenges, or people who we work in the same department. And by that, we share our own experience and we learn from one another, our challenges, our difficulties, the traumatic experience maybe that happened during the 1 week period. And from there, the coping mechanism. How did you cope? Did you deal with the feeling? Did you deal with the emotion that arised from the experience? So from there, you can discover if you have a problem, number one. Number two, you can help one another deal with the emotional or any mental disturbance that you have learned of you. It has impacted you either negatively at that point. So number one is debriefing. Or number two is self-care. For me, I know when I'm stressed, because there's some feelings, or there's some things I can't do. Like I know when I'm stressed, because in terms of sleeping, there's some, when one or the other, many a time I diagnose myself with a lot of things. But number one thing, I make sure that I'm not emotionally overwhelmed. If I need to take a break, I normally take a break. I'm a early bird. So number one, when I'm tired during the evening hour, I tend to create a space for me to relax, and then I can wake up early in the morning and do the entire session that was stressful. So thank you so much. I can continue on, but let me stop from here.
Yeah, so you said something about you assess yourself. So maybe somebody might be asking themselves, how do I assess myself and know that I'm really going through maybe a mental breakdown, or I'm stressed or something like that? Because at times people reach overboard without knowing. So what are some of the signs that somebody should look for, or you should use when assessing themselves, and know, this is time maybe to take a break, this is time to maybe go and do something different, or just find something that makes you better? What are the signs?
Okay. Number one, I can say that different people function in different way. For my case, as I told you earlier, that I normally function very well, and I know myself very well in the morning, and by the time it reaches evening, I'm tired. So I normally assess myself the way I start my mornings. If I have something, if my concentration is very low in the morning, I know I'm disturbed with something. At the same time, I don't take something slightly that affects my emotions, because somebody can say something, or you can experience something that brings some emotions, especially negative emotions, or remind you something that is very negative. Again, track your thoughts, because I believe when you know you are digging deeper in your thoughts towards something that is traumatic, or something that is super negative, or even negative, it can affect your behavior, it can affect your feelings, it can affect the way of functioning. And number three,